Kelly Padula, Vice President of Sales with BeyondTrust. Thank you for joining our Password Safe presentation today. Our agenda today will include customer challenges, an overview of Password Safe, target audiences, buying signals that you should be aware of, a case study, and we'll do a pitch exercise towards the end. Here's an overview of the BeyondTrust platform solution. Our integrated products and platform offer the industry's most advanced PAM solution. Password Safe is our flagship product for privileged password management, and we'll be taking a look at that further today. Unmanaged privileged accounts pose a huge security risk. Breaches involve privileged credentials almost always, 4 times out of 5. To make things worse, organizations face a tough challenge. 55% of them have no idea how many privileged accounts they have, where they are, or who is using them. 50% of privileged accounts were created without an expiration date or never deprovisioned. And only 18% use a vault or a safe to store privileged accounts. That means that 82% do not use password storage at all. This is a huge opportunity for all of us. Let's stop for a second and really think about these challenges. We continue to hear that privileged account and session management is a mature market and that most organizations have this problem under control. Well, that's a myth and it's false. In a recent survey, organizations responded that privileged credential management is part of their cybersecurity strategy. However, 85% of those organizations are still doing this manually. So even though at a first glance we think that organizations have this under control, the reality is they do not. And the risk of privileged credential theft or a data breach is still quite high. So why is credential management still a challenge? Top 3 reasons, according to Forrester 2020 research, include: number 1, that organizations still perceive a PAM project, especially as part of an IAM project, is difficult and is very costly to deploy and still increases their chances of downtime. Number 2, there is a massive shortage of cybersecurity experts and companies are having to deal with human capital issues. How do they manage a PAM security solution when their security teams are so stretched thin today? And number 3, companies have a chronic lack of visibility of accounts and privileged credentials, and their current tools are way too cumbersome, slow, and they require professional services, driving up the cost and complexity even further. So how does BeyondTrust do it better? We help our customers by removing all of these adoption obstacles. We give our customers full visibility of their privileged accounts and credentials with a simple but comprehensive tool that discovers everything. Our discovery capabilities is a huge differentiator for us, better than CyberArk DNA and Thycotic's hodgepodge of discovery tools. Once customers understand their privileged account landscape, then they can leverage our adoption to onboard accounts and get their credentials safeguarded quickly. They can be up and running quickly with less staff than the competition. Maintenance and management is simplified because customers have a single interface called Beyond Insight to manage our solutions and our upgrades, which do not require professional services engagement. Our flexible deployment options means customers spend less time managing their solution and more time in value-added activities. So let's take a look at the key capabilities for Password Safe. We have a myriad of use cases that this solution addresses. Some of the key ones that you want to focus in on are the automated discovery. It's a continuous automated account discovery and auto onboarding. Leveraging a distributed discovery engine to scan, identify, and profile all of the assets. Credential management. Privileged password management. It securely stores, shares, creates, and handles all privileged passwords. Securing SSH key management, another key use case. It automatically rotates the SSH keys according to the schedule and enforces granular access control. And don't forget about auditing, monitoring privileged sessions. Live session management is another key differentiator for BeyondTrust. And more importantly, when articulating the key capabilities, make sure to cover the flexible deployment. We've got a lot of different integration points, and it's very easy to deploy password safe. So why are customers still buying? We have reviewed the top 3 reasons why organizations still struggle solving the privileged credential management problem. But customers are still buying. And according to Forrester, these are top 5 purchasing drivers you need to be aware of. Gaining control of privileged credentials, number 1 on the list. Meeting compliance, detecting and mitigating threats, responding to prior data breaches, all important areas for you to be aware of in terms of customers buying. So as a partner to BeyondTrust, you're probably asking, who buys Password Safe? Password Safe is relevant to all industries because every organization has privileged accounts. And every organization uses those privileged accounts for managing their infrastructure. However, there are key industries such as finance, healthcare, technology, manufacturing and energy, along with SLED and government, that are the key industries and verticals for the product. The different buying personas, you're going to want to target CISOs, CTOs, directors of IT, security operations, identity and access management have overlays of contacts as well. You may encounter others depending on the size of the organization in terms of the key buying personas. Here's a list of probing questions for operations, security, and compliance level contacts. Use these questions to help you with additional discovery during your calls. Now, what to listen for. Buzzwords and key phrases used by our customers, business drivers, compelling events, and our competitors. These are keywords and phrases that you may hear that hint at a privileged password management deal. So let's recap some of our competitive advantages. We win against all of our competitors often, so it's very important to understand the factors that contribute to that success. We win because we have a robust discovery and auto onboarding capability that helps organizations gain full visibility of their privileged landscape very quickly. This is important because many competitors don't do this in a simple way. We win and have a competitive advantage because we have an industry-leading automation and flexible deployment model, which also helps your customers get up and running quickly. This removes the obstacle of high cost and complexity. We win because of our single UI and extensive library of APIs that help your customer to empower their teams. Our Beyond Insight platform acts as a single pane of glass for management, which is ease of use, which is the key phrase here. And we win because we have the most comprehensive PAM use case coverage. These are all key competitive advantages. So from a partner perspective, let's talk about how you can win your deals. We are very successful when we clearly articulate and show customers the extra value that we bring to them, and we can fully meet their use cases. This is a technical sale. A POC is highly recommended. Our competitors' architectural scalability warts are hard to hide in an on-prem head-to-head POC. Make sure the customer holds everything to the same required capabilities across all the companies that they're testing. Discuss the total cost of ownership. It's very important, and it's usually higher with CyberArk, Psychotic, and Centrify. They require more hardware to deploy at the same scale as BeyondTrust. They also require more services to get going and to maintain over time. And don't forget, discovery and onboarding capabilities are better than all of our competitors. Customers want to get up and running quickly. These are all key differentiators in how you can win your POCs. So let's shift our focus to a case study for a large U.S. university. The industry is higher education, the products Password Safe and Privileged Remote Access, which is another product within our platform. The main problem for this university is that they struggle with identity and access management due to the diverse user population. Their identity team needed to reduce risk and exposure and the opportunity for a breach. It moved from a very siloed approach to security with no overall checks and balances. They lacked accountability to a centralized, processed, just-in-time PAM model with certified control and visibility. The solution with BeyondTrust and why we won there was we positioned BeyondTrust Password Safe and Privileged Remote Access solution, two separate products, The IAM team was able to provide the right amount of privileges needed, and since BeyondTrust provides a complete audit trail, the university was able to stay HIPAA and PCI compliant. Great story, and there's lots more use cases and case studies out there. So how do we arm you with the right information to give your customers visibility to an enterprise password management solution? I would recommend you download this white paper for a look behind the scenes at privileged password management. It's a great documented white paper that's going to help them understand what the journey of a password management solution would look like. Great first step when you've got interest in that initial engagement. So now it's your turn. Now that we've shown you how to identify opportunities for password safe, it's your turn. The next time you speak with your BeyondTrust channel account manager, take what you've learned and practice pitching it back to them. We look forward to engaging in many opportunities together.